Let's go, baby! Woo! What's up, guys? My name's MSANE FPS, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to become a better sniper in Warzone. I'm talking about aggressive, quick scopes, and highlight gameplay. So first things first, I want to show you a few of my credentials to make sure that you're learning from one of the best. Roll those clips, baby! Let's go! Let's go, baby! What? Okay, so clearly I know my way around a sniper, but this didn't happen overnight. So all these tips and tricks I'm about to show you in the next series coming up comes with the caveat that this takes a lot of practice. You're not going to be the best sniper overnight, but with hard work and dedication, you can make it. So this is the first episode of the series. We're going to do at least 3 videos. The first one today is going to be based on the loadouts, because if you don't have the right loadout, you're not going to be able to hit these clips. And so I've compiled a list of my favorite snipers with the best loadouts on them. I play on an Xbox Elite controller, so it's going to be based off controller sniping, but you can pick up a lot of tips like this even if you're on mouse and keyboard. So let's get into it. So when you're beginning aggressive sniping, the first 2 guns you should use are either the KAR98 or the SPR. I would highly recommend the KAR98 to begin with, just because the SPR build I'm going to give you has a bit less bullet velocity and it's a lot harder to use. Okay, so like I was saying, you're going to be using the SPR or the KAR to start off with, or even the Swiss on Cold War, but we'll get to that later. So I wouldn't recommend using them both at the same time like I do, but this is my SPR loadout. So we've got the mono suppressor, the tac laser, the sniper scope of course, and the blitz stock and the normal rounds. So the normal rounds have the best bullet velocity here. Some people argue the lapel, but definitely use the normal rounds. The mono suppressor gives it the range. A lot of people would put a barrel on here as well, but for the aggressive sniping that you're going to be doing, you want to take this off. Now obviously this will make the bullet velocity on the SPR not quite as good, but you'll gain so much speed on it. Tac laser again is for ADS, the sniper scope obviously because you want a sniper scope on it. Now the blitz stock is an interesting one. This will give you the aim walking movement speed, the ADS, and the sprint to fire time. I used to run the ultimate stock, and so this does a similar thing, but it also gives you a bit of aiming stability. If you're on Rebirth, I'd highly recommend the blitz. It's just so much faster. If you're on Verdansk, maybe start off with this and then move up to the blitz stock later as you get more confident with it. Now there's a lot of KAR98 builds out there, and there's a lot of different creators that will be telling you different things. First things first, the mono suppressor. Some creators take this off to give it better ADS. I think this build here is the best for all-round play. This will give you really good bullet velocity, but a decent ADS, especially if you're pairing this with the SPR that we had before. The similar ADSs, and that's why I use both at the same time, because it doesn't matter which one I have in my hands, they both act relatively the same. So I've got the Singard Custom 27.6, so this is the longest barrel, which will give it the bullet velocity and the range. The tac laser, obviously this helps with aim down sights time. We've got the sniper scope because we're not about those iron sights. And the FTAC Sport Comb. Now, if you want to use the Precision Comb, Lucci the Sniper King uses this one here, and so that just adds stability. But I like the Sport Comb because it adds that ADS, and really the KAR is a lot more steady than the SPR, so you'll have no problem hitting long range targets. So I would highly recommend using this KAR build to start off with your sniping. I ran this since Season 2, just after the Bruin meta. I ran it with dual deagles, and it just works really, really well for both close range and long range. The Swiss is another great gun. The Swiss is another great gun to get started with. It's a relatively new gun as it's a Black Ops Cold War weapon. I prefer the Modern Warfare snipers as a controller player. There was a lot of confusion with aim assist early on, and the Modern Warfare guns had a lot more aim assist than the Cold War ones. By the time you watch this video, I'm not sure what the difference will be. The Swiss is a really strong contender now. It's probably the best sniper on paper, but definitely for... But the ADS animation is a little bit weird for me, so that's why I prefer the SPR and the KAR. This would be the build I would use here. So the Groove Suppressor, again, this is range and damage. The 24.9 target team, this will give you ADS plus some bullet velocity and fire rate. The SWAT 5mm laser, ADS again. So this is just making it as quick as possible. No stock will give you that ADS speed, and so will the airborne elastic wrap. So that would be my build for the Swiss there. Now obviously we've got a lot more marksman rifles and a lot more sniper rifles that we could be using here. To start off, I would definitely stay away from these, especially as a controller player. I have used the AX50, I love using the AX50, and the same with the HDR, but they are a lot heavier. The KAR98 and the Swiss and the SPR are a lot easier to use, and then when you start feeling more comfortable around sniper rifles, I would definitely put those on and give them a go. But for now, we're going to stick to the 3 basic ones. The Swiss is another great gun to get started with. It's a relatively new gun as a Black Ops Cold War weapon. I prefer the Modern Warfare snipers as a controller player. There was a lot of confusion with aim assist early on, and the Modern Warfare guns had a lot more aim assist than the Cold War ones. By the time you watch this video, I'm not sure what the difference will be. The Swiss is a really strong contender now. It's probably the best sniper on paper, but the ADS animation is a little bit weird for me, so that's why I prefer the SPR and the KAR. This would be the build I would use here. So the Groove Suppressor, again, this is range and damage. The 24.9 target team, this will give you ADS plus some bullet velocity and fire rate. The SWAT 5mm laser, ADS again. So this is just making it as quick as possible. No stock will give you that ADS speed, and so will the airborne elastic wrap. So that would be my build for the Swiss there. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I know it was only a short one today, but this is the first part of the series of how to become an insane sniper, or as I like to say, MSANE Sniper. So obviously the first step here was the loadouts. Next we're going to be covering movement, which is really important for aggressive sniping because your positioning and the way that you come up for your shots is very important, and you're not going to be able to get those clips if you can't move properly. So make sure, if you haven't already, chuck a like, chuck a subscribe. There's going to be a lot more videos to come. I'm live Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday on Twitch TV, MSANE FPS, the same as my YouTube tag. If you have any questions, more than happy to answer them there. Or if you want to see some of these clips happen in person, it'd be awesome to see you there. Thanks so much, guys. Keep getting that bread, baby.